I'm happy to be playing Elder Scrolls Online tonight. I just have to get my game capture up. There we go. So today was the big release of the Homestead update for Elder Scrolls Online. It is a great update. It includes a lot of player housing, some class changes, and a few other things that people have really been looking forward to as part of the game. I've been, and I am live in the game now. I have not tried out anything in as it relates to Homestead, so I'm going into this new. You're going to experience this with me at the same time, so we'll experience this together. And I think that's sort of going to be the bent of this channel, at least for a little while. I'm new, as you may have discovered, and I am just now sort of trying to find my voice. And I think the thing that makes sense for me is that I'm new, returning to Elder Scrolls Online. I played a little bit at launch; it never caught on, and now it has caught on tremendously with me. So, I just think going through, there's a lot of old veteran players. And you can find my new player experience by watching these videos, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to talk a little bit about life and the universe and everything, and random topics as they come up. So feel free to chat me as I'm playing here. I'll try to notice and read when you drop something in the live Twitch chat room. If you're watching this later on an archive in YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment in those sections there. I'll be happy to try to answer as best I can. Obviously, I won't be able to do it live, though. If you're watching live, thanks for coming. Great to see you back if you're a returning viewer. And we're going to go and try to discover what is going on with this new player housing. I'm all set up with my Nightblade Kafka. She is a bow using assassin, also dual wield spec. I've got her up to about level 20 now, so when I say I'm new to the game, I mean exactly that. I am very, very new. Something I want to show you right now, though, is I have got into crafting with all the characters. I've used what's called the Night Stalker set. That's the armor that I just crafted for Kafka. They have armor sets in the game that once you learn and research certain values, you're able to leverage certain properties when you have more of that armor set equipped. And I've crafted this Night Stalker set. One of the great things, and I'll let you see the stats for it. It adds some added stamina recovery, enhanced weapon critical, great for a little backstabby thief like Kafka here. But the thing I love the most is with 5 or more items equipped, it ignores the movement speed penalty for sneaking. So for me, normally when I sneak, you get into this crouching position, the eye comes in, and normally when I sneak, I'm sort of going along at a crawl or about 2/3 speed, something around that. But with this armor set on, I can move at full speed. It's like I'm running, I'm still hidden. It doesn't take me out of stealth. And I love that ability. I use the thieving abilities quite a bit on this character. So that'll come in very handy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through today the Homestead expansion, get through the quest. Again, I haven't used this at all, so I'm going to be discovering it at the same time you are if you're watching this. And I'm also going to go out and do a few world quests as well. Those are going to be brand new to me. I haven't seen those before either. I try to follow the storyline. So that seems to be just what I have to offer right now in terms of a stream. I hope you like it. If you don't, or you think you want to see something else, especially from a new player, go ahead and add that in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. I'd love to get your feedback on the show, the audio quality. I'm trying a different mic position now. I have a pretty good mic. I have for my podcasting days, I have a sort of a forward-facing condenser mic, but it's been off to the side. So maybe the audio quality on this, I'm hoping, is a little bit better than you've had in the past, and I'm hoping you can hear me a little bit clearer. I'm a little bit dull, or at least to the extent that my little mumble mouth can make itself through these updates. So the only thing I know about the Homestead update is you have a early free quest to get an apartment or some kind of early house or some kind of room somewhere. You pick it up from a quest giver near the banker, near the bank here in the main starting cities on the starter islands. That's the only thing I know about it, and that's what I'm going to do. Immediately, one of the changes you might notice, I certainly notice, is up here on my compass, I see sort of an icon that gives me a housing icon. That must be where I'm headed, although it doesn't correspond to anything on the map. I think it's headed into this banker, and let me try to find this guy. I know he's around the side here because I've visited him to at least know where to go.
That insufferable
This is awesome. And if you're experiencing this quest for the first time, I had a little bug where that quest arrow did not appear above their head, so that was a little confusing for me. It's interesting. The house quest icon lies in a different direction, so let's find out if this is really what I need.
If you're here about the property, you'll need to return later. I'm dealing with some unforeseen complications.
Everybody's got an excuse, buddy. You gotta pay up. Pay up. All right, what's the problem?
Until recently, Bulag Idolas was my tenant. When I learned she used my property to run a skooma operation, she broke into my office and absconded with the deed.
That's the heroine of the Elder Scrolls Online world.
It's a total loss.
Well, you're in business, you take your risk, man. All right, what can I do? Sir, I'm going to have to bail you out.
Yes.
Yeah. Just give me the keys.
I can't have the place tarnishing my good name. If you recover the deed and key, I'll sign it over to you. Bulag Idolas had a falling out with her old partner, Zugugrath, I think. Try finding him wherever scum accumulates in town.
Okay. I will look for this guy in the Outlaw Refuge. Now, I do quite a bit of Thieves Guild content, or at least I have aspirations to. I've done some of the early quests. Oh my god, that's awesome armor. That looks just like the Hound from Game of Thrones. That is awesome. Oh my god, I love that. Can I inspect him? If I inspect him, what do I get? Report player? Nope. No, I don't want to report him for having. I'll report him for having awesome armor. I don't see how I can inspect him. Said the Whisper. Hey, you. What armor set is that? It looks like the Hound from Game of Thrones. Hey, man. Where do I get that helmet? eBay? What's up? Come on, man.
Are the guards asleep? I just witnessed a theft.
It's a distinctly it's a skin changer. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool armor. As you quest, you can dye armor. If you haven't played Elder Scrolls Online, you can dye armor. I've chosen this color palette for no particular reason. For my character, other than I kind of liked it. You unlock new dyes as part of your sort of achievements list, which is pretty cool. There's lots of little sort of mini items, mini quests that you can do that unlock things in the games. That is unlocked via sort of different accomplishments. I got that green color, which is a rare. Just got it. I don't know what accomplishment it was because maybe it doesn't do the best job in the world of telling you which accomplishment just unlocks something. But, hey, fair enough. So I was able to use that from my... the dye desk, which is free. You can dye your colors all you want, and it's a really nice feature of the game because you can customize a lot. I don't know. I believe that's an ESO Plus account feature. That's what I think it is. So you can play Elder Scrolls Online for free as long as you buy the game. You can play for free. It has some limited features, or the subscription has some bonus features depending on how you look at it. If you have the subscription, you get a
damn the war.
That's not the guy I want. You get sort of a crafting bag, and I think you get the dyes. So I'm supposed to look for. I've got the wrong quest selected, so let me select the right quest. That's the guy I'm looking for. A handsome fella. I would probably spend a lot of time in the dark too if I look like that guy. What's up, man?
I don't know you.
Pay your bills.
I want to know you.
Pay your bills. You got attitude like that is not going to make this easier.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah, this visit is being recorded for quality assurance purposes. This is an attempt to collect a debt.
I might, for the right price. But my loyalty is expensive. Whoa, wait, I didn't know you were with. Listen, I just took some papers from her old place. They're in my bag, right over there. Just leave me alone, all right?
I chose the remain silent option. I don't know what that does, but I do know that pops up all the time when it comes to the Dark Brotherhood, which is Assassin's Guild. So I thought I chose it, and I guess he automatically thought I was assassin. Hail, what the option is Hail Sithis, which is the assassin god, so I will do that. All right, so I freaked that guy out, got him a little scared that some vengeance was coming. And now I'm going to split, and I need to check this dude's bag, wherever that is, for the deed, or whatever he said he had. I believe what this quest does is it gives you a like a free house or some sort of, it's like an in room or something like that. If you played not Elder Scrolls, but EverQuest 2, that starter in room that everybody gets. I think it's an equivalent to that, but honestly, I don't know. I know there are a bunch of houses that you can get. I'm supposed to go in there now. Check that dude's bag. Okay, I went to the wrong place. A bunch of different houses you can get. You can own all of them. I know they range in size from a small individual room to a large mansion. So, obviously the mansion is going to be way out of my league. I am a new player. I think I just hit 20 with one of my alts, which is my main, actually. And so, just there's not much I'm going to be able to do. So whatever this free house is, probably what I'm going to be able to afford right away as I get playing a little further on. I like a little bit on the vanity item side, so I'll probably get a bigger house. It often depends what you can do with it. Oh, there's the bag. Look at that little dog pet. Oh, look at that dog. That's a cool dog. Oh, I want that dog. I wonder how I know you can get him in the Crown store, but I'm hoping you can find him in World. I'd rather do that. Inside the bag you find loose papers, a map of green shade, and a scrawled note. Pay protection to somebody. All right, well. So he's being shaken down. So I have to go to Green Shade and talk to Bulag Idolus. Again, no idea what that is, where it is. I'm guessing it's the next zone over, but I can quickly travel there, so no problem. No problem. But yeah, so all these houses, I love it. Housing is interesting. It's pretty good. If it's just cosmetic, it's something that sort of loses its appeal to me after a while, because really, what's the point? But it's not like any other. Star Wars Galaxies famously had great housing where you could put merchants inside of it. But honestly, I love Star Wars Galaxies. A lot of people talk about the things that they loved about Star Wars Galaxy 2, but I think more of that's nostalgia than it is actual love. I mean, in the game, there was some frustration that you had vendors inside. EverQuest 2 had vendors inside your house as well, and sort of making people go to your house, that's a feature. Was it a fun feature? I was never really convinced. Hey, Backstab Kitty, welcome back. It's great to have you back on the channel. It's good to see you. Blessings of the moons to you as well. What I'm doing today, I said it earlier on, but I think you wouldn't have been here for that. I'm just doing the homestead expansion. I'm getting my first house. I have not done any of it yet, so I don't know really what I'm looking for. I have to find this Bulag Idolus in green shade. So warning, obviously, spoilers. If you don't want the content, how you get your first apartment spoiled for you, please be aware of that. But that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So a friend in need, that's over here. A friend in need is the quest, but what zone is it in? Show our map. I am not doing good with the controls today. Show my map. Okay, cannot be shown on map, which means I maybe haven't been there yet. All right. Well, fair enough. Maybe housing's in a new zone. Ooh, that could be it. Yeah, I know Lord of the Rings Online did zoning and houses in a whole new zone. Again, that was pretty good. Age of Conan did housing in its whole zone, its own zone. But again, it's novel the first time you do it, and then you just end up it's space you have to run through if you ever have a reason to go there. And I will actually say, with most cosmetic houses, unless you're a role player, unless you do social events in game, like maybe a fighting arena, I don't know that there's a whole lot of reason to go to a house. So what I'm hoping is that the housing in Elder Scrolls Online turns out to be more than that. I got to say they've done just a great job with all other aspects of the game. So I have a feeling it's going to become fun. I've seen some YouTube videos of people experimenting with some of the design to put down. They look like they're going to run arenas. So at least it'll have some reason to go out there, especially if you're in a guild. I am a little curious. Does anybody know what's going to happen with guild housing? Is it? I know there's individual housing, and that's great, but I was not aware of there being an option for a guild house here. So yeah, that would be good to know. What is this crest here? It's putting this icon on my map for something. I can't find what that's to. Is it in this inn? Is that it? Let me try the inn. See if that goes somewhere here. That's right, Kitty, Backstab Kitty in the chat is talking about Dimensions and Rift. There's a game called Rift, which is a fantastic game. It had its own dimension, an instance of your own house you could really customize. That customization was fun. I don't know how you felt about it, Kitty, but to me at least, I bet you this is going to end up being the house. I bet you that's what that icon is. Okay, well, good enough. I'm going to exit. It's an empty room right now. So that must be what that icon is, where your house is going to be. That's interesting. And that's not the biggest room in the world, but that's okay. Yeah, so the Rift housing, I'd love to get your opinion, Kitty. I liked it. I thought the customization was a lot of fun. But, again, it's sort of the novelty of it faded, and it just felt like one more thing to grind for after a while. So, I really... what did you end up doing in it? And anyone else who played Rift or had housing in any other zone, I'd love to hear what did you do in the housing? Was it fun for you? Was it just something you kind of blew through quickly? My best times were always if I was in a social guild or or role-playing guild. Then we can have gathers there and people sort of get duels and do all kinds of stuff. I thought that was really a lot of fun. So I have to go to Green Shade.
Need passage between Oridon and Grotwood?
I'm guessing that's in Grathwood.
I have a deal.
I should have probably investigated that a little bit more, but I'm heading to Grathwood. So yeah, we did some duels. I remember I'm an old gamer, so back in the early days of Ultima Online, they had housing everywhere. Again, that's sort of some people talk romantically about that, but I think UO housing was a little bit more nostalgia than it was as good as people remember it to be, because if you recall, it was this urban blight where you had stuff stuck everywhere. Where am I going now? Now I have a door. They had houses that you couldn't walk 8 feet without running into a house. It was sort of a constant problem. I have to go to Green Shade up there. Okay, well, what's up there, dude? You know what? I'm going to try this little... It must be a zone I don't have a...
No pirate will make it past me.
Don't that on the job, soldier. Excellent job. Excellent job. Keep a lookout. Of course, pirates come from the sea, the ocean, where the water is. Point that way. That way. Over there. Or, they could be land pirates. Sure. Swamp pirates. All right. All right. So, yeah, I kind of... I'd love to hear. So, Ultima Online, there's this housing blight that was everywhere. It made it hard to get anywhere. People would grief other people by boxing them in with houses. I thought it was actually kind of funny the first time I saw it, but the romance of that loses its luster very quickly. And I have lost again. My trusty mount, my little lion there. But yeah, I thought that in Ultima Online, though, you could have these parties. And since it was open world PvP, people would have huge parties and start just attacking each other. And it would be sort of this debacle that also kind of fun because it was good natured, especially if someone didn't take all your stuff as soon as you died. There was sort of an anarchy to it that was charming back in that day. Obviously, I'm still not playing it, so at some point it lost its luster for me. But but you know, I gotta say, I think it was a lot of fun. So you know, as long as you can do something in the house, I think that becomes the most important part of all this to me. So green shade, there we are. So somewhere in green shade is this place. I wonder why it wouldn't show me the zone. Where is my quest marker? There it is. So if I go to here, I should be able to go there. And it looks like that's near a sky shard, so maybe it's a dungeon. Some kind of orc who stole something. But yeah, that's why I enjoyed housing in Ultima Online because of that. You know, I don't know that this will have the same appeal, but I certainly hope it does. I'm mostly in a dungeon running guild. And they're a great group of people, but they've seen the game, and I don't know how much we're going to be in for parties or how much how much to expect in terms of support for sort of doing fun things in houses there will be. So I don't know if I need to look for a role-playing guild or doing something like that, but it's certainly on the docket for me. And Kitty, if you missed it, again, anyone coming later to the stream, so what I've decided to do is I'm a new player to Elder Scrolls Online, as I've been saying. And I think that, so the advantage maybe that I can give is I can give a new player's eyes to the game and walk through my experiences as sort of encountering these quests for the first time, encountering these zones for the first time. I've tried to collect some of these way shrines just during my gathering days. And so I can, I don't have to kill that guy so I can get around him. And just so I can, if I do these streams, I don't have to spend all my time running. This is another, I'm not sure if I'm annoyed by it or like it. I'm still too early to tell. So if you're a bow user, one of the features of the new patch, you'll see here, I have snipe. They replaced in the bow line, they replaced the first level, the first ability you get in bow, they swapped it with the last ability. So it used to be poison arrow was the first ability you got, and snipe was the last. And now they've transposed those. So I don't even qualify for an ability I used to have, and I've got this new snipe ability here. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I used to love to be able to put a damage over time, which is what that sniping arrow was, that poison arrow was. I used to love to be able to hit each target with a poison damage over time and sort of kite them and do whatever else I had to do. And now I'm less convinced. These are all the people going in for the housing quest. Obviously, this must be what that is. I don't know what's in here, but I'm gonna. Oh, it's a delve, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna do the delve itself while I'm here, and I'm gonna find this house. And Kitty's saying the best part to them in ESO were the last hours of each beta, where everyone gathered and danced and threw around some spells. Yeah, that was there an actual end of world event? I've seen those in some betas, and I was, believe it or not, I was in the ESO beta very late. I think again, I said I've been playing since then, but I never stuck with me. I never got very far. I was not in the sort of end of world beta, but sometimes some game betas, they do these sort of end of world events where you get meteor showers or you get all kinds of just crazy things happening, which is, can be a lot of fun. And ooh, somebody's skull. Who puts these skulls around? The baby spiders give eggs, which I use in my sometimes give eggs, which I use in my alchemy, my poisons. Oh, graveyard there. Let's see what we got on the map. I conveniently have a map. So let's do conveniently circle, a convenient circle pattern. So let's go to let's say the right, and let's try to fight our way through here. Okay, books. Well, where are you going? And I've got that Knight Strider armor or whatever it is where my movement is not halved. Which is nice, but yeah, again, I have to get used to this new rotation because I'm not I'm not used to what I have to do, so it's kind of new to me. These books, they give you a little when you read bookcases, they might give you a skill boost. So, of course, being the obsessive compulsive player I am, I tend to read them all. I don't know if you saw it earlier, Kitty, by the way, but there was a night. If you watch Game of Thrones, there was a guy in what I swear looked like a red version of the Hound's armor from Game of Thrones. He called it the Skin Changer armor. Looked like heavy armor set. I loved it. So I've got a 3 alts that I play, and the one that's a Dragon Knight. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that with that character whenever I get that set available to me. But it's pretty cool. Heavy armor increased to 4. I get a lot of skills you don't need, but sometimes it's useful. Ah! I keep hitting the wrong key. I'm just trying to switch to my daggers. Actually, there's swords now. Alright, well, I'm running through too much. I'm not going to stop at every bookcase because I think that's going to get painful for everyone after a little while. Yeah, Kitty's expressing they switched poison arrow and snipe. Not sure if I'm going to like that, but oh well, they'll have to adjust. Yeah, I'm in the same boat right now. I think it's cool if you're in a party. If you're a solo fighter, maybe it's not the best thing because, at least for me, the tactic I got used to is I'd lay down a damage over time on everybody. And then I just sort of continue to kite the rest of the group and do whatever I needed to do to dispatch the ne'er-do-wells there. And now sniping sort of roots you. I hate being rooted. I hate it with a passion. So yeah, well, we'll see. This armor's sweet though. I don't have to slow down to sneak around. That's really cool. That is going to be very helpful, and of course the stamina bonus and all that stuff, very helpful as well. Somewhere here is a dungeon boss, and I don't want to accidentally run into them without realizing they're a dungeon boss. Yeah, it's cool for single target assassination, I guess. I can take a single target out well, which I suppose fits the class a little bit better. But it makes me less world viable. Like these 3, like especially a group of 3, like we're seeing right there, it would be really effective for me to throw a dot on all 3 of them. Then when maybe one person rushed me, I hit them with that arrow that does a knockback. And just kind of rotate through them from there, kite them a little bit, and then finish them up with my double blades. But now I have to completely think of a new strategy, especially since my knockback arrow does not kick in until they're relatively close. So something else I'm watching out for is there's a whole new set of crafting related to Homestead. Every crafter is able to craft some items for Homestead. Which items sort of that will vary depending on the individual crafting. I hope I'm not missing something I'm always worried about in these delves. There's going to be a delve boss that you have to run across that you have to take down to get credit for the delve. And I'm worried that they're already dead, that some group has already killed them and I've run past them. So I'm always worried about that. I've probably passed them already. But in my case, as I was saying, so with home crafting, you look over and I am a clothier. And there's no additional skills, and that's good. So there's no additional skills that are required of me. But let me see if I can. Is there a crafting thing here? No, I don't see it. I think I have to be at a crafting table, but I can make a certain type. Everybody can make a different type of item for the new player housing thing. I'll take the shard. That's nice. Spreads it out a little bit. Tends to drive people more to sort of grind all the crafting skills up so they can do it themselves. But I guess grinding is part of MMOing. You use bombard and then spam poison arrow with this. That's what Kitty does. So Kitty does bombard. I don't even know if I have that actually. I don't think I do. I think I have. Yeah, I have endless hail. But Yeah, so I have endless hail and arrow spray. I probably could do that. I don't know. This is the housing quest person.
Hold a moment. I don't want any trouble.
Let me see your identification.
Let's not do anything hasty.
Hasty?
The only knife on me is
I
done
only
with a
do
wet
things
stable
hasty.
boy. I use it to butter my bread. The knife, not the... Look, what do you want?
Are you this Bulag person?
I am. And it seems I wasted gold buying protection from these idiots. What are you, some sort of bounty hunter? Competition looking to end my operation?
I'm more the assassin, more the bring him in dead than alive person, though. But yeah, sure, a bounty hunter.
You're here to repossess that hole in the wall? I only stole the deed so that arsewig Cantheon couldn't send the guard after me. Its only use to me now is for wiping.
I
So,
definitely
how does
don't
this
want it
work?
now.
I hand it over and you forget I was here?
No, you keep it. We're good. We are good. Okay, well. All right, let him go.
Deal. Take it. Now, I'll go my way and you go yours.
Fair enough. All right, so now I've got my house. At least I've got the deed, and I know that person's eventually going to give me the house because I don't know why people do that in this game, but there seems to be a common thrust quite in the Elder Scrolls games where you retrieve something for somebody, you get it back to them, and they pull this, well, I didn't really want it anyway. Why don't you keep it? Interesting. Oops. Interesting, but not kind of makes you wonder what the point of sending somebody in for that stuff in the first place was anyway. And you die. That's another thing I'm noticing about, at least, again, I'm not an expert at this, but something I'm sort of doing early is that with someone who's a ranged character, being at range, I don't like as much, so I pop in because I can't interrupt them if they do one of their special abilities. I can't do all the things that I need to do in sort of the active combat. And kiting them, since they're range 2, it's really kind of useless. Kiting is sort of useless against those characters. So for me, there's the boss. For me, I tend to use range with these like characters that will close with you, and with characters that close with you, I just go ahead and try to do something that. Ooh, that was cool. That was a potion. I try to close with them so I can sort of interrupt them and do different things that need to be done. And because I'm talking, I'm not actually particularly useful, I think, in that. All right, 3 of these guys. I'm kind of hoping somebody will fight these dudes with me. This dude will. Let me get my sneak on. All right. Probably not as much help to this guy as I wish. There we go. Perfect. What is this? Mercado. Okay, I thought it was Minimarco for a second. Journal appears to be written by a young mage named Mercado. The journal shows a story of how he sought a cure for his wife's illness. His records detail the experiments raising the dead. Clearly, the veiled heritage used this journal to aid their own experiments. Skip to the last entry. In the last entry, the young mage states his intention to draw a new life in the Hearthwood after his wife's death. In the Woodhearth, sorry. That's a sad story. That's pretty cool. I guess I'm supposed to find him eventually and tell him something, impart some wisdom. And these assassins, I haven't gotten to this zone yet, so this is all new to me, but the Veiled Inheritance, if you played the game or if you've been watching the stream, Veiled Inheritance is all about that plot against the queen to overthrow her. So they have been encountered before. So it looks like they stay throughout the game. Bombard is a morph of arrow spray. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I Actually, I don't even recall what I morphed that to. I might not have morphed it yet at all, actually. I have arrow spray too. Yeah, I don't think I've morphed it yet. Maybe I have. Arrow spray right now reduces the run speed of people as they come at you. It's sort of useful, but it takes a little bit longer than I would hope. So, I don't use that as much as I should. Especially now that I'm streaming, I'm sort of talking and not exactly thinking through my rotations. I will say though, I did a dungeon the other night. I don't even remember which one it was. It was my first dungeon. It was a great experience. I have a healer alt that I only go out with groups with. I enjoy healing, but groups are so hard to find. It's really difficult to play a healer normally as your main. So I'll play this backstabby thief while I'm soloing, and when I get groups, I'll switch to the healer. But anyway, that doing the dungeon last night sort of got me thinking about this stream and what I'm going to do with it, and that whole factor that I am new. Talks with Canthian. Meet him in Anduin. Okay. Let me get to a shrine. I'll go here. So yeah, going through the dungeon with them, it was cool. It was 4 of us. I was new healer. There was one other new character who was tanking, and those 2, and none of us died. I did a good enough job. I mean, none of us died in the whole thing. So I'm going to take that as a compliment to the healer. However, going through it with him really pointed out not pointed out, but it reminded me of a frustration that returning players often have to face, which is we don't know the content. It's the first time we're seeing it, but for those people sort of with us, it's the 12th time. So we flew through that dungeon as fast as we possibly could. Matter of fact, we did 2 dungeons, and I didn't realize they were 2 separate dungeons until they told me afterwards. That's how fast we were going through it, and I didn't. I'm not even sure I completed the quest. That's how fast it was. So that's great, and I don't expect them to sort of babysit me through that. So I wouldn't have asked them to, but I do have a desire to sort of see the content of the game without, with. I wouldn't say leisurely, but I'm in no hurry to burn through everything because it is the first time I've seen it. I'd like to at least know what it was, and so I just didn't enjoy the dungeon to the extent that I would. I would be hard pressed to realize if I go back to that same dungeon. Actually, that's how little of it. So what I'm trying to do with this stream is, the content and questing is new to me. I'm going to let you experience it being new to me. This housing thing is new to everybody. So I am going to try to save sort of key quests, key sort of expansion, first time things for the stream here with this character, so we can go through it at the same time. I thought that was a pretty good quest. I think I'm just going to do the turn in and get that room. But the quest itself, I'm not a big FedEx quest person, but at least it brought you. It was still indicative of the good design ZeniMax brings to Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, it was a FedEx quest, but it brought you into a delve that there is some content to be doing anyway. So instead of sort of sending you out to a random place in the world where it didn't matter and it was just some other FedEx run out, waste some time moving, and then get out there and come back, at the very least I got to do some questing, which was cool.
Tracking down Bulag Idolus?
I found her. For some reason she was in a dungeon just sitting there, but I found her.
Good. But you should keep those. I think you'd be perfectly suitable to take over the property. Consider it compensation for your efforts.
And Backstab Kitty is saying something also very true about pickup groups and dungeons as I was relating to them. I'll get through this first and I'll go back to that. But you should keep those. All right, so what the property is mine?
Almost. Before I sign it over, I'd like to ensure you'll furnish the place. Not to imply you're going to run skooma from the property, of course.
Nah, I'm not going to run it. I'm going to keep it all there. I promise no skooma will leave the premises. What do you get if you lie?
Excellent. I'll mark the address on your map.
Okay.
Meet me there when you've acquired some furniture, and I'll make it official.
Okay.
Meet me at the property once you've acquired some furniture.
Some furniture, craft or purchase furniture for your home. Where can I get furniture?
Some merchants sell furniture. Try there if you need something basic. You might get a better deal on quality furniture from guild traders. If you have...
Oh, right. I am going to guess that on Guild Trader, since it's the first day of release, that furniture prices are crazy. So I am not even going to bother with that. I'm going to get it off of... I think I'll get it off a merchant, a vendor in the merchant area if I can. So back to Backstep Kitty was saying about pickup groups and dungeons that I was just talking about. So to them, it's finding a pickup group as DPS is very hard in every MMO. Unless you're a tank or healer, you have to do endurance insults most of the time. I absolutely agree. That's why, and it's a frustrating thing about all MMO design for me, because you can't be dependent on a group. I mean, I remember the early days of EverQuest, and people are nostalgic about that. But they forced grouping in there. It was terrible. I remember literally standing and spamming for what seemed like hours. Hey, can I get a group? Hey, and you couldn't do anything. There was no option to do it. So people are going out in the world doing their quests, doing their dailies or whatever that they have coming up, and just playing the game. But I'm looking for a furniture merchant, by the way. And to do that, you have to be DPS. So if you're going to solo at all, ever, which you have to, just to play the game, you're going to end up, probably the general goods merchant. What do you think? You end up just with that as a problem. So you're stuck to be able to play most of the game. You're stuck having to play a character that's just not attractive in groups, and that's annoying to me. It's frustrating because I would love my play to be seamless. I just like to play a character I like, and so it's frustrating to me. The other aspect is, though, like I mentioned, if I could get away with playing a healer all the time, I would. And actually, in this game, I could. So I'm contradicting myself. But healers have enough DPS here, but so that they can get by. But I don't know. I hate having half of my ability sit on a bar and be useless to me. So I still it's kind of the same thing for me. Where's the general merchant? Are they over here? So for me, what are you doing there, mister?
Hello there.
For me, I like a character I can use most of their abilities with. So when I'm soloing, so that's why I'm still soloing with this Nightblade. Tailor, armor. I don't know. Is there somebody upstairs? Where do I get furniture, dude? Do not make me buy it off of. I'm gonna steal something while I'm here. Being the thief that I am. Yep. Whether that's always frustration about pickup groups. I will say my other experience. Hey, how you doing, Gamer Insight? Gammon Insight. Okay, I hope I pronounced your name right. I don't know. Let me take a look. That's a good question. Crown Store. How much do housing cost on the Crown Store? Let me see. A Friend in Need housing brochure is free. Daggerfall Overlook free. So you can preview these houses for free. That's kind of cool. Houses. Here we go. Preview. Aha. I don't think they've set the price of them yet on the Crown Store. So it looks like there's no price to come. At least no price posted yet. Staple houses. There's classic homes. Again, they're all in preview mode. I might go look at one after I get through this housing quest. Noble homes. Wow, those are pretty cool. Those are pretty sweet looking. Just stable. So, Gaming Insight. Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. So I don't know. The question is, I don't know. They're not posted yet. They're all in preview mode, so that's a great opportunity to hop in, take a look at what these things will look for. Right now, I'm just looking for furniture. I think this merchant's new though, so let me see what they.
Something catch your eye?
Maybe. Greater repair kit. Nope. Nothing catches my eye here. Go away. I don't think I don't think I have any of the crafting recipes yet. I have patterns is what I have for furnishings as a clothing maker, but nothing listed. I guess I have to find them in World. It's really frustrating. I hate bad maps. Pack merchant, weapon merchant, general good. If anybody knows where I can buy furniture from, let me know. I have to preview and the crowns come up. That's what they say. All right. Well, let me take a look, see if I preview a house, what. Damn it! I keep whispering to this person by hitting random chat. Hello in chat. All right. Crown Store, ESO Plus. So let me try if I can preview any of them. Let me see what they look like. That's kind of cool. Sister of the Sands apartment, Twin Arches. Let me buy notable houses. Let's see what Serenity Falls Estate looks like. That looks cool as crap. Cool as crap. All right, these are going to be the bigger houses. I mean, I've heard that they're going to range in the realm of several million gold. I don't know what the price equivalent of that is over on the... So whatever you think you can get for several million gold on the Crown Store is probably what it's going to be. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll preview a higher end home. We'll look what the price of that is. I'll preview a classic home, and I'll preview one of the standard homes, and we'll get that out. Those prices out. Let me look in the Crown Store right now, see if they give me the price. Where are we at? Houses, notables. Nope, still not listed. Boy, that is a sweet looking house and some nice property too. You have a barn. Oh man, look at this. You have a garden. I think you can plant trees and stuff out here too. I don't know what all is customizable yet. I think you can plant plants down. I think you can do I know you can do furniture, and you can do planks, all that stuff. That's cool. That is cool as crap. Look at that. Oh man. Nice divided space. Upstairs region for the boudoir. Man, that is cool. No inner rooms though. That's interesting. I wonder if this is a room or if this is a balcony, courtyard. Balcony. That's a really terrible balcony, but all right. Well, that is cool. That's pretty cool. And what if I leave? Do I leave by the gate? Let me see if that takes me back to town. Because it would be just nice to know if you can... Does it bring you back to where you were? Does it bring it back to sort of the main town, main city, main faction city's travel stone, or what? That'd be interesting. Yeah, I love that. I know that's guild size, and that's going to be way out of my league, but kind of cool. It's a little. I hate inward and outward zoning like that, so that's unfortunate. It brings me right back to where you were, so that is great. Takes me a little these sort of dark figures. It takes a little bit for textures to load when I get over. I don't know what's going on there, honestly. I have a GeForce 1080, so more than enough memory. So not entirely sure why that does that. Okay, so let's look at the Crown Store now. Yeah, Serenity Falls Estate's still in preview mode. So yeah, I don't. Doesn't look like you get the price. It said purchase housing. I don't know what you mean, man. I'm sorry. Press F5 to view purchase options. I'm pressing F5 and I'm getting nothing. Pressing F5, getting nothing. Well, I'll go. Let me go to a different one. Let me go to a different one. I'll press purchase options when I get there. I'm probably just being thick and not understanding what I need to do when I'm inside. So let me see what this is here. Housing brochure. Friend in need housing brochure. Friend in need housing brochure. I'm already on this quest. So that gives you the quest if you want. Let me try one of these standard houses. Classic homes. Let me do a classic home. This time, let me try... Oh, let's try Cliffside, shall we? That looks like it could be fun. bottom right-hand corner. All right, well, I'll take a look when I get there. We'll see how this thing goes. All right, so it brings you inside. I'm guessing you don't have an outside. That is pretty cool. I still like this. I like this style better than the default style I have. This is sort of more medievally to me, so I enjoy that. Nice fire. So it looks like that's going to bring me back to where I was supposed to have been. So yeah, there's no outside zone. Looks like there's only outside zones in the higher end ones. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Style-wise, I don't quite match up. I'm in the Aldari Dominion, and they're okay. Those houses are pretty okay. You said it's in the upper right-hand corner. Let's see what that is. Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, you said right-hand ESO plus 450, 450. I don't know what the deal is. That's what the number of crowns that I have. So it says preview. It says press F5. F5, nothing comes up. So, dude, I don't know what to tell you unless there's go to the Daggerfall one. They want to see the Daggerfall one. Okay. Let's go to the high-end Daggerfall one. Notable houses. Reaper's March. Daggerfall Overlook. Let's see, F5 again. I wish I could tell me. I wish I had that key actually did something. Go to the Daggerfall one and look at the bottom right. I will do that. Yeah, that's a style I really like a little bit more. My tank alt, my two-handed and tanking alt is over in the Daggerfall Covenant. I like actually those quests better, believe it or not. Although our Dominion quests are kind of fun, but oh, look at that. That is cool. Look at that wall. This is like classic Oblivion castle style. This is fantastic. I have a tower. Get out. Purchase options, F5. 3.78 million gold or 11,000 crowns. Not bad, not bad. Unfurnished. Oh, let me get it furnished. Preview. Oh my God, or 13,000 crowns furnished. So that says it's furnished. Let's see what we have here now. So yeah, furnished is 13,000 crowns. Obviously, they couldn't give you a gold value because I don't think you can buy a purchased house furnished. So let me look at the tower. Yeah, that's 13,000 crowns. That's pretty good. I will say, I kind of had that, although I'm down to 450. There's no furniture up here. What's up with that, dude? Let me see what the house has in it. Let me see what this outside overlook part is. Nice stable. I assume you can have some kind of stable. What's this overlook give you? Drop into the sea. That's cool. Little island, I guess you're on. I don't think you can go outside into that island, though. That's a bummer. Oh, there's a little... wish that worked. It looks like there's some kind of anchor station over there. That's cool. That is cool. Man, this is great looking. Look at this little fountain. What up? Totally take my baths out here. Take my kitty baths. What's up now? Oh, that's awesome. I love this. 3.7 million gold, though, plus furniture. That, you must have been playing for a while. Anyway, I was saying about crowns. I think I had 45,000 when I came back because I stayed. Yeah, we'll go do a Kajat house after this, Backstab Kitty. We'll take a look at something that might be more. Do you like throne room? Oh man, what's up? You're supposed to be able to sit. What? It doesn't look like you can sit in the thrones. That's bumming me out. No, you can't use the benches. Can't use the storage areas. I knew that already though. So this is furnished. If you get it pre-furnished, this is what it looked like. You know people are going to go mad crazy when it comes to like putting all kinds of creative stuff. of their own into these houses. So I can't wait. I hope they let you tour them. They used to be able to tour houses in I think you could do it in Rift. I don't remember actually. I'm pretty sure you could. I know you could in EverQuest 2. A little quest area, a little crafting area. I also hope you can put vendors up in here for the general militia. They can sit out here in your own room. Cool. That is awesome. That is awesome. I really hope you can see some of the stuff you saw in in Skyrim's Hearthstone expansion. So it would be great to have sort of mannequins for your armor, different items that you can put in the house like that, like you could in that. I think that would be fantastic. It would be great if these could be storage too, although I already know they're not going to be. That's cool. So yeah, that's the big one. I'm going to go ahead and check out one of the smaller ones to get a price on that. One of the mid-sized ones, I mean. So let's see if we can choose the Aldari Dominion version to get a picture for what that house would look like. So houses, classic homes. That's lizards. Nope. Is that Khajiit? I think that's Khajiit right there. Dawn Shadow. Such a sweet estate. Khajiit, metropolis of Dune. Try this bad boy here. So that's what they mean by 5. I got what you're saying now, Gaming Insight. I will hit that F5 once I get there. And it'll let me know. I'll look at the price. We'll do furnished and unfurnished, and we'll get a general picture. I assume all of the different factional housing will be about the same when it comes to pricing. I will say, having seen the furnished version, I do not get how that is worth doing. I mean, I'm sure whatever you would do. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. So this is the second tier housing, and this has an outside zone, whereas the other one, the Daggerfall Covenant one, did not have an outside area. That's actually kind of important. This is cool. This is the Dune area. Look at that house. That is awesome. Good job with their terrible balconies, but that's all right. And I know you can put the furniture anywhere in the property, so you can have sort of outside zones, a little dead end zone around here, I guess, if you wanted to run a thieves den back there. It'd be awesome if some of these had some basements. So let's take a look and see the prices. Price $6,200. Quite a bit of a drop, about half. So it looks like they're dropping slightly more than half. So the crowns dropped by slightly less than half. The price slightly more than half. So it looks like it's interesting. The higher level housing is more economically. Looks like the savings is on the higher end with crowns on the houses where gold is not as linear. So Reaper March is $1,275, $6,200. Let me look. The finished version, $7,800. Really not that bad. Not terrible. I'm going to go ahead and preview it with furniture. All right. So it didn't bring much out here. Looks like that. Some of the stuff's not really. That tent is new. So there's tents. There's a brazier. Let's go inside and take a look here. Kind of typical kitty cat stuff. Low tables, fire, some bookcases. Pretty cool house. Pretty cool. I mean, if you've got a guild, unless you've got 60 people online at the same time and in your house, I don't see how this would not be adequate. This is more than adequate. This is cool. This is awesome. This is awesome. What's that front balcony look like? There we go. Yeah, a little small. You can give your addresses to your peoples. My peoples, I have bought this house for myself. I am the king of the house. You drink my beer, but you will say thank you, or you will leave. Yeah, you can see the outside. That's cool. A little bridge over there. Would be great if you can have seamless sort of transition between these houses, but I know that's sort of a pipe dream. Anyway, this is looking great. I really love it. I love it. I'm going to go take a look at the small house as well, just to see what the different versions and what the pricing of that is. I'm going to try to take a look at sort of Ebonheart Pack on this one, though, just so we get a little idea for the variance on the styles. So let's go down to houses, staple homes. And which one of these? Ebonheart. Breton. Oh, they have individual races. That's cool. There's an individual Khajiit house. Individual Ebonheart pack. That is cool. That is cool. So you can do Argonians. You can do Nord, Orcs, the whole bit. That is cool. That is cool. Let me take a look. Let's take a look at. Let's try Black Pine Villa. That looks like it's outside as well. At least the house makes it look like it is. So let's see what that would be. Yeah, Kitty. It's this. Not only is the house server bound, but I believe it's. I mean, it's character bound. I don't think anyway. You have access to all characters. That could be. That might change, but I'm pretty sure it's character bound. Now likely you can give permission to your other alts if you want, but what are you, a North American or European server player? Is that the origin of the question? I know a number of people who play. Oh, look, this even has an outside area. That is cool. Oh, this is awesome. Let me see what this thing costs. 2250. That's actually not bad at all. 54,000 gold. That's actually within reach of my little 20th level character. 2,800 for furnished version. Oh, that is pretty awesome. You know, this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait to go inside to look at the furnished version because I want to see what the changes are. Like, does it come with a fireplace? Does it come with a cooking stand and you have to buy it, or do you have to buy them? So. Okay, buy or make them. Nothing in the fireplace. Comes with a fireplace. That's pretty much it. Couple of rooms, or little alcoves. Really, they're not even rooms. So let me see what this bad boy looks like with the fireplace up. I'm hitting everything except the right thing. Furnished. Preview. Yeah. So logs. Apparently, logs can be crafted. That painting. Things I weren't sure if they were part of the house or not. That makes total sense. That is pretty cool. You can put fruit in there. Can't take any of it, but that is awesome. That is awesome. I hope you can buy vendors at least put a chest that would serve as your bank in here. If that chest right there could be my bank, then that at least solves. Why would I go to my house if I can always port to my house for free? Then at least I can get to a bank and back. That would maybe even a little stone or ability. Like these carpets were new. These were laid down. That is cool. And I guess when you craft furniture, I don't know if you need to, if they come with these little lamps and stuff, or you have to put them down individually in game. But I don't know. Boy, that's great. I really love it. Yeah, Kitty's saying they're over on the European server, but playing the North American server. I see that a lot. A lot of Europeans are here. I see a lot of Francophiles here, so I don't know if they're Canadian or if they're French exactly, or if they're just even North American Francophiles who just love to speak the language. But I see them frequently in the chat in World Chat over in the North American servers. I don't know too many people who play on the European servers from North America. I hear the lag is bad, but that's something I miss, to be honest. I played EVE Online, playing with my European friends. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. You can pop into a chat channel or a corp channel, hear what's going on with their guild, hear them talk about their most recent sort of exploits and then what's going on in the country. You mostly talk about the game, but every once in a while it was just interesting to talk about the world and sort of what's just going on in the world. And I love that international player base. I know they have it for Elder Scrolls Online, but I know that the players don't cross over as much. So anyway, that is the different homes you can get through the purchase options, and I love it. I was not convinced I was going to get a house, but that's it, dude. I am in. I'm going to go finish this quest to get my little inn room, purchase furniture from a guild trader, or find a pattern and craft furniture of my own. Visit a home goods merchant. Where are they? That's frustrating. I bet you if anything, they're probably over by the actual room. So I'm going to go ahead and head over there, see if I can finish this quest anyway. If that doesn't let me do it, dummy got dead. I was gonna resurrect him, but yeah, if that doesn't work, I don't know. I might just give up on that for now. But yeah, so let's go over to my house right here. That's where that icon. Now we know where that icon is now. Oh, it looks like somebody. Homes Merchant, they were nice enough to give me a quest icon. I didn't realize it was there. So I'll buy a bed, because everybody should have a bed. And they said they were right out here, so that's my banker. That's not them. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Must be down here. Guild Trader. House Trader, where you at? All right, where are we? So here he is. He's over there. He's over by that tavern. All right. Yeah, I'll just get a bed. We'll get some experience with plopping it down. I am looking forward to getting into this and doing a little bit more.
Where do you live?
What kind of stuff can I get? Block? A wood cutting block? Okay. Oh, you have, and you even have a hedge. Oh, that's awesome. Rocks, you can get rocks, stone slabs. Oh my gosh, trees. I love it. I don't think I can put one inside, so I'm not going to bother getting one and wasting money. Yeah, that is awesome, dude. It seems kind of stupid that they're selling you non-furniture here. Home goods furniture. I mean, if your first thing is an inn room, why would you get
have no door to lock,
a tree?
Without a lock.
Oh my goodness. What is this? This is Veiled Curse. The seal of magic, when it says broken, is still emits soft blue light. I don't know what that is. Furnishing. I guess that's a crystal furnishing. I guess. I don't know. Alright. So I'm going to get a table. If I can't get a bed, I'll just get a table.
This one recommends.
I can't. I don't want lichen. I don't want. I can get a rough stool. Tea table for $250. Oh, that's a bummer. It's bumming me out that I can't get a bed. I'm just gonna have to be really lame and get a stool. Be like the saddest Khajiit in the world, just sitting there on his stool in his empty house. Just nothing but my stool. Reminds me when I moved to college. All right, let's go to my inn. And Kitty's saying, yeah, at the beginning of the EU server is located in North America before they moved to Germany. Lag is not that bad when questing. Yeah, that I had heard that as well. I think the German trunk, the trunk over to Europe is really not that congested these days. They've upgraded it in the last 5 years. I'm in IT, so I know a little bit about this. The Oceania trunk just got upgraded like hellaciously fast, which is great. So our friends in Oceania are able to play much more quickly. I work with some folks over in Australia, actually. So it's always nice to talk to them. They have their own research network as well called RNet. Ours in the United States is called Internet 2. That is, and they play well together as well. So there's a lot of great connectivity between the continents. Is sort of growing. It would be generous to say that it's anywhere near where it needs to be, and certainly pricing structure is not there yet. So where's the dude? Talk to Kentheon. Where are you at? I must have walked right past him. Germany's a good place for those servers too. It's kind of central amongst most of the routers. I get out here and you're driving me crazy, dude. You're driving me crazy. All right, where's Kentheon? Sorry, I'm trying to find this quest. That's not it. So I supposed to have gone into this area. Talk to Kentheon. I should have gone into that house. There's a whole separate house. Okay. Maybe that's not the area I'm supposed to go to. Maybe I'm a fool and they got me running around. Anyway, yeah, the lag. I play on European servers occasionally. It seems too bad. It's just a shame we're not all sort of merged. They should stick these servers over in Iceland and just let both Europe and North America have at it. It sounds like that would be a great arrangement for everybody. They've got some great data centers over. I'm going to talk about tech because I nerd out about it. They've got some great data centers over in Iceland. They've got cooling, not a lot of people realize it, but cooling composes like 60% of the cost for most data centers. And over in Iceland, they're able to do geothermal because of all the volcanism, all the volcano activity. So that brings, and if they want to cool their data center, they literally just pipe in cold air from the outside. So cost savings are huge, and they've got some great programs to host. Also, I'm a big fan of the Pirate Party over in Iceland, because of all the nations, and I'll speak well about Iceland here, that went through their shenanigans in 2008 during the collapse. Iceland is the only one who started putting people in jail because of it, and I respect that tremendously. So I always love to hear good things happening in Iceland, and I as well as just I know some people over there and work with some people over in data centers. So I wish they would host these over there.
You have some furniture then. Wonderful.
Yes.
Shall we complete our transaction free of the concerns of skooma runners?
Sure. No, I'm not a skooma runner at all that you know of.
Then let me congratulate you on your new home. Some might think it modest, but I've always preferred to think of it as cozy.
Good enough for me, especially since it's free.
Yes, the house is yours, indeed. Do you... Oh, never mind.
All right. The Marrakech Public House has been added. They don't have to do anything. What is this anthology of houses? One can purchase a modest in-room, blah, blah, blah. Mars Kiss Public House in Vulcangard, Ondrian, the Rosy Lion in Daggerfall. So it looks like the free houses you get, they're Mars Kiss Public House in Vulcangard, they're the Rosy Lion Inn in Daggerfall, or the Ebony Flask in-room in Ebonheart Stonefalls. That's great. So everyone gets an in-room. That's very makes it very attractive. Do I have a message of some kind? Stable Homes is updated with go-to collections. So you can get all these collected as well. You can travel to your house right away. That is awesome. Mars Kiss, let me rename it. What's the new nickname? What do we call it? What do we want to call it? I want to call it Kafka's Retreat. So let me just do that. All right. And it's an Ondian, and I can just travel the house from here. That's great. Doesn't cost me anything. You access your new home when you go open collections with you, navigate to the housing tab, and travel the house. Let's see how I place my lonely little stool so I can sit on and be the saddest Khajiit in the world. Taking a little bit to load. I'm guessing the servers that they're running the housing instances on are stressing pretty hard. Wow, this is small. Wow, this is teeny. No wonder I just have my lonely little stool. I can start customizing my house, open the housing editor by hitting F5. Sure, got a UI error from one of my plugins. Moving and placing objects. You can select movable objects with mouse click. Place objects from your bank inventory or collections menu with R. To retrieve or place items, select it from the retrieve tab. Okay. What's Z? Go to entrance. Oh, so you can automatically set yourself back to the entrance. That's cool. R is browse. So it looks like your housing. Oh, you can put your mouse in here. Oh my god. I'm gonna place my horse in here. My little imperial horse. Oh, that's terrible. And you have to use the keys to move him. Oh, you can send him over sideways. That's even worse. I can put him on the ceiling. All right, that's pretty cool. I can put him on like Spider-Man. I can put him on the wall. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Surface drag off, cursor mode, pull away, align. I'm gonna align it. Yep, I can align him with the wall. And I'll place him. Spider horse does whatever a spider horse can. All right, that's cool. Browse. Let's see what else I've got. At a workshop, I've got a rough stool. That's what you get when you buy it. I've got all these pets. I'm going to put my Alliance War Dog in here. And I'll actually sit him over. Here seems good. Put him there, and I'll put my little stool out. That's right. Place that bad boy where I could sit next to my dog. Sit next to my dog and be sad. Sing my sad Kajat songs. Z, go to entrance. Select exit. F5 exit. So that bakes the house in, I guess. Oh, you can sit on it. That's it. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to sing songs to my sad dog and my spider horse. Defying gravity. Probably that song. Walking on sunshine. Maybe that song. That's pretty funny. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up here tonight. This was a lot of fun. You know, I love the potential of this. I think I'm going to have to do some more experimentation, figure out what I want to do with my house. I love that they don't put limits on things like that, because if someone wants to put their horse on their ceiling, then they should be able to do that. I'm probably not going to do that permanently, but it was fun to just see that I could do it. And having that sort of ability to transform the surroundings without it forcing you to do one thing or another, that promotes creativity. The Fallout games, for instance, they were fantastic. Fallout 4, when it came out with their base building, my biggest complaint about that was it didn't let you overlap, and it had a bunch of problems where it tried to force you, in trying to help you by providing the snap, it limited your creativity. And it doesn't look like you're going to have to worry about that as much with this housing expansion. So this is great. I really enjoy it. I got my little house. I couldn't ask for more. I got my new night stealth armor. So Kafka is ready for some mayhem out in the world. I will try to stream again, maybe not till Wednesday or Thursday night, but that'll be my next stream. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put up a notice. I'm trying to post to my channel when I go ahead, and I'm going to do a stream time for that day, so you get some sort of notice. And I will try as hard as humanly possible to stick to that time. I am putting these, archiving these streams over on the YouTube channel. You can see any of them a little bit later. Obviously, I'm still early, so I'm not getting a lot of views at this point. Not a big deal. I don't aspire to be a giant streamer, but I would like to get at least good at it. It doesn't matter who sees it, but I would like my skills to grow at it. So again, what did you like about housing? What is your plan for housing going forward? Do you think you're going to buy a house above the standard starting house? Are you going to I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get some furniture, because I know you can reuse it, and put that in my little room here to get used to it and to sort of build up a small collection. And then I'll scale up to a next larger house, I think, after a while. They're cheap enough at the low end anyway. I'm probably going to buy it with gold and not crown. So I'm not too worried about that. I would love to hear my YouTube channel. If you just look for Streamweaver, I'll find that link for you right now, Backstab Kitty, and I'll post it in the chat. I just have the few videos I've already created here is what I've put up over there. So nothing tremendous, but YouTube. But yeah, I'd love to hear, are you planning to sort of, are you going to start at the biggest house imaginable? I know my guild is already sort of in the mode of buying out I have to go to my, Streamweaver. They're already in the house of, in the habit of buying the largest house they can possibly get their hands on, which is, that's fine. But, but that seems to be pretty hard to go for if you're starting out. So they seem to be really convinced that that's what they want to do. They're a new guild, but if they like that, God bless them, more power to them. I tend to build up things over time. There's my YouTube channel. I just posted that in YouTube. My user ID there, just as it is on Twitch, is Streamweaver. So just look for the user Streamweaver, and users/Streamweaver will bring you to my channel. It takes about a day for this to export over to YouTube, and then to clip off the first couple minutes of me doing the holder image and the intro music. No need to have that on YouTube. So it's about a day delay when I post these over here, but most of the streams from yesterday and from this weekend are up there already, and I'll try to post them over there within a day. So there's a great place to leave a comment. Go ahead and leave comments, especially on the YouTube side or over here on Twitch if you want. I'd love to hear your feedback on sort of how the show is going, any improvements to the show, especially. Again, I don't really care. I've got a really great job. I love my job. I'm not looking for a new career, but this is a great hobby. I enjoy doing it. I'll do it a few times a week, as I said before. I will, but I'd love to hear and get better at it. So I love learning Open Broadcaster System, which is what I'm using. I love using, I've got the mic for my podcasting days. I'm trying to think of, even though you hear me doing lots of ums and ahs, I'm trying to be mindful of not being too manic in how I talk, but being extroverted about keeping my voice so at some modulated level that at least somewhat interesting, that doesn't sound monotonous through the entire broadcast, and make it a conversational style. So love to hear your feedback. Love to see what you're going to do and how you're going to approach housing as well. Kitty says probably going to go for the small Kajat house. I'm unconvinced I'm going to do the Kajat house yet, but I need to preview all of them. I'm a person who loves to think about things for a million years and then do it. Get tired of thinking and I do it. So that's probably what I'll do. All right, so that's it for me. I'm going to wrap up this stream here. Thanks so much for joining me on another live stream. I'm really enjoying this. Having people come in and chat with me during it, leave comments afterwards. That's always really fun and really something I enjoy as well. So thank you so much for joining me and being part of the channel. Doing this with at least a few people watching really makes it a lot of fun for me. So I hope you're enjoying it as well, and I will see you in a future broadcast. Peace.